Today is January 1st, 2024, and I'm going to get back heavy duty on my keto way of eating. And y'all, I've fallen behind. I've kind of, I still, in the back of my mind, I still think about it all the time. But I've eaten things I should not eat. Things like mashed potatoes, they're so good. But anyways, I got to get away from all that. I got to get back on keto. And so I thought I'd bring you along. I'm making a keto beef stew back here. And then when I get done putting that together, we'll do a little menu planning for the upcoming week or weeks. I don't know, however far I think I need to take it. So let's get started on the beef stew. All right, this is what I've got. I've got, believe it or not, this is Worcestershire sauce. The label fell off, but that's what that is. I got all my seasonings back here, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and then I'm going to use about half of this bag. I've already used a portion of it. The seasoning blend, this is onions, bell peppers, and celery. And then I've got a stick of butter. And then this is my beef stew meat, and pretty big pieces. But I'm trying to make a smaller batch because I am tired of throwing away leftovers. So I'm hoping that this will be no more than 4 servings. So anyways, I'm going to put I'm going to put the butter in first, then the frozen vegetables, then the meat, and then everything else on top. And I'm going to put this on high for probably the first hour or so to get it to come to heat. And then I'll put it on low to cook the rest of the afternoon. And I've got to add the other vegetables, but I'll get to those after I get this stuff in. I did forget to mention that I sprayed the bottom of my crock pot there with this avocado spray. So I sprayed it all down real good. Everything's piled in there. And now I'm going to wash up most of this bag is left, so I'm going to wash all of that up and maybe slice them in half, put those in, and then, I don't know, maybe 1 big carrot. And I'll just see how that looks. If 1 big carrot's not enough, I might do another small one. So I'm going to get these cleaned up, chopped, and in here too. I've got everything in here now. I did use 1 large carrot and 1 small carrot. Just sliced them. I washed them real well, but I did not peel them. And I never do. I just make sure I scrub the carrots really well and trim off the ends. Same thing with the radishes. I trimmed off the ends and sliced most of them in half. I think there's maybe 1 in there that was real tiny, so it didn't need to be sliced in half. So I'm going to let this go, and we'll come back and check on it. I'm going to come check it in an hour. I did set this for 2 hours, but I'm going to come check every hour and see how we're doing. Okay, that's going. On to the next thing. Alright, I've got the crock pot going. It's cooking away with the keto beef stew. And I did sit down earlier and just listed out on the computer just a few main dishes that we keep in our, in the back of our minds that both me and my daughter like. So just jotted down. This is by far not all of them. I've got cookbooks, but a lot of these are just throw together kind of stuff. So quick and easy. And so let's take a look at this calendar. First of all, this is a nice new calendar. I love this calendar. I got a different theme for each month. So January is all snowy, and February has got hearts everywhere. March has got leaves. Spring is coming. So, and it just goes on and on. Something for each month. But what I have is on the back side of here, I've got these magnets. I've got 6 of these little round magnets. You can see it better over here. I get these at the craft supply section at Walmart. And it's real cheap, just a couple of bucks for a big pack. And I just put 6 on the back of this. And I have a side-by-side refrigerator. And so this fits perfectly on the refrigerator side. And so it is a 17-inch wide and 12-inch high. And it works perfectly for us. And it's got a notes down here on the side. I like that. We've got all the months of the year down here. And I like all the lines on each day. And so both my daughter and I put our whatever we need to put for, like, if you've got something come up, or you just put it on the calendar. because I'm not going to remember if it's not on the calendar, right? And I put down here, update on each week, so that she knows when I'm going to be late coming home from work. Because this is my, update is my week to stay late at work. So, let's just pull some things from here. And I'm just going to plan through this week. So, today is the 1st. So, we're doing the beef stew. And this is all keto-friendly stuff. And then, let's see, over here on Tuesday, I've got some beef, ground beef, that I need to both use it and freeze what's left. So I think tomorrow on the 2nd, we're going to do Salisbury steak. And because of church on Wednesday nights, I went all the way down the whole month of Wednesdays and just put leftovers. And I did the same thing for Fridays, because I'm always late from work on Fridays, because the bank I work at, well, a lot of banks do. We stay open later on Fridays. So no cooking after a long day at work. So now we've got, let's see, okay, let's do, I've got some tortillas I need to use up, and I've got plenty of chicken, so let's have chicken enchiladas. Alright, and they're low carb tortillas that I've got, and this is keto. Everything's going to be I'm gonna do, let's see here, what I'm cooking is going to be keto friendly. Some of it may be more low carb than keto, but as long as I stay in that range of stuff, I'm good. Now, Saturday, I think I'm going to wait to plan out Saturday and when Saturday gets here, because, well, for example, let's talk about, I need 4 days worth of lunch for work. So I want to do salads, so I need 4 salads. I've already got in the refrigerator at work some ranch dressing, and I know I have some open sandwich meat in the refrigerator, and you know, once you open that, you got to use it on up. So I'm going to make chef salads. So 4 chef salads lunch. And that's going to be for that week. Make that arrow better. Okay. And okay, I think we're done with the menu planning. And I think what I'll just do is on Saturday, after I get done my little running around, I'll see what I'm going to take inventory of the refrigerator, see what I've opened up that needs to be used up, because that's what I did for this beef stew. We had the carrots, we had the radishes, and I needed to use them. The package of radishes was already open, so I just finished it off so I could throw that packaging away. I'm going to have to figure out something later on, maybe some kind of soup to try to cook up some of those carrots. Although I got to be careful, because carrots can be carby. So yeah, I'll just plan on Saturday. I'll make a plan for Saturday through next week. And if I think of other stuff, I'll just add it to my little list of main dishes over here in my file on my computer. Now, I don't tend to put down any sides. I just pull that the day of, because it's not hard for me to pick a side. Like for this, I'll probably do green beans, and I don't even know if this needs a side. This certainly doesn't need a side. But I've always got things like green beans. I got frozen broccoli. I got cauliflower. I got frozen cauliflower rice. So it's the main dish that I want to be sure I get something down. And if for some reason we don't feel like that on these days or whatever, I've got this whole list I can go down, because I know what I've got in my freezers and in the refrigerator and in the pantry. Alright, let me change out my battery now. Okay, the beef stew is done, and all I did about 30 minutes ago, I poured in maybe 1/4 cup of heavy cream and let it go for on really low for about 30 more minutes just to make sure it was all good and warm. So I've got it turned off now so it can cool, And I've got my bowl here and ready to go eat. These are the radishes. I purposely left the carrots out of my bowl, but radishes, beef, and the broth. Well, there is today's video. I just kind of thought I'd bring you along while I make my menu plan out for this week. I do so much better when I have a real good idea of what I'm cooking when I get home from work in the evening. And so I wanted to at least get this week out of the way. And the beef stew is about ready to go in the refrigerator. I think it's probably cool enough. I'll check it. But got the crock pot washed up. And you know, I just came up with that list of meals that I had. I just made that real quick. Probably less than 10 minutes. I just sat down at the computer and started typing out things that I knew, you know, that easy to cook, that we like, that are keto. And my daughter, who is not keto, can also eat them. She can eat if she wants to eat rice with hers, then that's fine or whatever. But we both eat these things. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but there's no shrimp or anything like that on there. Not because I think it's too expensive, because my daughter's got an allergy. So I can't have shrimp in the house because she loves shrimp and would eat it. So I can't have that. So we just can't have shrimp in the house. So but that would be an awesome meal. I'm just not going to have shrimp in the house. When there's an allergy in the house, I'm just not going to have it. So, but yeah, there's my little, let's plan meals for this week. And let's cook beef stew. So, you know, I'll do this again next weekend. And maybe, you know, what I want to do is look at what I've got in the refrigerator that needs to be used up. See, like the reason I picked chef salads for lunches this week is because of that sandwich meat that has been opened and it needs to be used. I'm tired of going in the refrigerator and throwing things away because we forgot about them or, you know, whatever. And that's another reason I made a smaller batch of beef stew, is I don't like throwing away leftovers. So I just made a smaller batch so that maybe we'll get it eaten, you know, without having much of anything to throw away. That would be nice, right? But yeah, that's it for this video. See y'all later. Bye.